But am I a herbivore or predator at least? Give me some shine here. I'm probably a herbivore. Okay, let's be honest.
The joke was Opasaurus.
We love it. I'll take that title, man. I too have a love affair with dinosaurs, and of course we all get to live this love affair through Jurassic World Dominion. Dun, dun, dun. And of course, you had the opportunity, fantastic interview with the director, and really insightful, which I loved. But you also got to meet one of the main actors.
That's right, and his name's Mamoudou Athie. He actually plays a pretty prominent role, though you don't get to see too much of him in the trailer, and he's a newcomer. What I wanted to know from him then is some of the newcomer questions. What it's like dealing with actors as gargantuan as Laura Dern, as Sam Neill, as Jeff Goldblum, and him being the first person to sort of invite those characters into the fray. And then also a bit about the character, because I was pretty impressed that it wasn't just like the character wasn't just a tool that he plays.
Yeah, representation, for sure.
Actually, you know, quite a bunch of agency to it. But tell you what, take a look for yourself at the interview that I was lucky enough to have with a great actor who you might know from Archive 81, from The Frontrunner, etc., Mamoudou Athie.
Hey, hi, I'm JP Sebastian for Expresso, all the way in South Africa. Mamoudou Athie, hi.
Hi, how's it going, man?
It's really good to meet you. You did an excellent job in Jurassic World Dominion.
That's
Thanks
very
so much
kind.
for that performance. So I have to ask you the newcomer question, though, of course. You're now immortalized in one of the most important film series in history. What was the penny drop moment for you when you said, okay, I'm in Jurassic Park, this universe? Well, what was that feeling?
Yeah, it was the first day. It was the first day. I was working with Sam and Laura, and we're on this like tiny little helicopter, and I'm just like looking at them like, what the? Hey, what's going on? This is weird. But yeah, they're super chill, and we had a really good time making the movie. But that moment, I remember constantly looking around like, is this even real? What is the world? What's happening? Everything's confusing.
Yeah.
I'm scared. No, it was great. It was great.
It does not come across at all, or somehow it energized you. I don't know.
Hey,
because
gotta use it.
No, you truly did. So Ramsey Cole is interesting to me, your character, because you could have done something pretty stereotypically Silicon Valley geek kind of thing, but I think you veer pretty well from that brink. Tell us about the design. Did you model him on someone? And then just tell us a bit about Ramsey Cole, the character in Jurassic World Dominion.
I'm so glad you asked that question, man. I had a great conversation with Colin. Colin is one of the most collaborative directors I've ever worked with. So the character actually did have quite a bit of change in from the conception of him to what we actually shot. And that was just due to us like talking about like, what feels useful and who this guy is and like how he moves through life and like what actually happens in the story. So yeah, he actually was a lot more kind of how you described him, and I wanted him to be more of like a
he's fleshed out. You gave him life.
Fleshed out, but also just hyper focused on what the task is at hand at every moment. Like no jokes, no quips. We got 2 hours to pull this off. I got no time for no nonsense. So I really love that Colin was so responsive to that. And yeah, it worked out. I'm glad you responded.
That truly lends itself to the tension of the movie. Like you said, none of the kooky or tongue-in-cheek quips all the time kind of thing. And that stuff's fine, but seriously, you did a great job with the guy. So you mentioned the helicopter ride. I want to ask you then. So you've got mileage of your own acting, of course. But what is the feeling of working with incredible, mind-blowing actors like Laura Dern and Sam Neill? You were the first port of call for their whole chunk of story. That's pretty intimidating. What is that feeling?
It was actually, I don't often get intimidated because I think, we're all working here and we're all actors. But having them be a part of my childhood in those parts and then working opposite them in that manner was startling to me. It was startling to me. I was like, this is crazy. I've never done anything remotely close to this or a movie of this scale. So yeah, I had a time just corralling my thoughts. But again, like I said, they were just mad cool and we had a really good time.
Yeah, and clearly not that you need your hand held or anything, but I'm sure you stole from their acting talent too. There's so much you could have learned.
I could use a hand hold once in a while.
It could have been all of 2022 at this point, too.
You know what I mean, man?
Apocalypse on apocalypse on apocalypse.
It just never ends. What's going on? Help us.
Okay. I've got to end this, though. It's the apocalypse of the interview. So, Mamoudou Athie, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Likewise.
Everyone go enjoy this movie. It's really good. Like, I've been carrying these around. I've got carpal tunnel syndrome. I really want to put it up.
I love it. I'm a big thumbs up guy myself, man. I'm with you.
Thanks, man.
Oh, man. I think you might have to move to LA, boy. I think that's... Oh, what a distinguished gentleman.
Okay, then you're saying I get to say the line of what Colin Trevorrow said to me when he thought that the cameras were off, when he thought that the mics were off and JP wasn't there anymore. He said to the crew around him after the interview, the director, "Can we just fly that guy up here?"
Yeah, man, because it does matter to you. And that we appreciate that, and I think they appreciate that. I'm so glad you appreciated this experience.
I did, yes.
We're going to be delving more into this incredible world, the culmination of some 30 years of cinematic history, and yes, a whole lot of dinosaurs.